Hey, if you are a network marketer who feels stuck because you have a big fear of what others will think, which is stopping you from doing various things, this video is for you. And if we haven't met, my name is Edita, I'm from VIE now, and I'm a network marketer like you. I love network marketing, but I hate prospecting, I hate chasing people, I hate cold messaging people, I hate asking people who don't know me to look at my stuff. It doesn't feel comfortable. I was struggling until I found a way to get people to come to me instead. And that's what I talk about at VIE now. And if you would like to grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to prospect, without having to chase, without having to ever feel awkward ever again, you can find it at viesnow.com/3 steps. I'll put a link in the description of this video. And today I want to talk a bit of the mindset-y kind of stuff. I want to talk about the fear of what others will think if you post something, if you do a video, if you approach with somebody, if you prospect somebody, if you make an offer, if you try to sell something, if you ask people to look at your stuff, and so on and so forth. We all have all sorts of fears, and we are social creatures, so there is no surprise there that we have this kind of fear. We live in communities, we live in the society, and it's only normal that we kind of tend to think of what others will think. And I want to talk about it because it can get very, very frustrating, and it's actually very, very surprising in a sad kind of way that so many people get blocked by this fear. This fear can get very, very strong. It, can get you freeze. It can keep you from, taking action, and it can keep you from actually doing this business, from doing anything that involves some sort of a way to put yourself out there in whatever shape and form. So let me ask you this question. Are you sure, or do you really know what others think? Like, do you really, really know what others are gonna think? Because here's the thing, you don't. This fear of what others will think is kind of fake. It's kind of false fear. It's not there. It doesn't really exist because it's based on what you think what others might think. But that's not always the case, and it's actually almost never the case. There is no way, unless it's somebody really close to you, and you definitely know their opinions about certain things, certain aspects, but if people are really close to you, they support you, and they don't see you the same way. And the other thing is that we don't know each other, no matter how close we are, we don't know each other 100%. We keep running in situations when our opinions, views, how we feel, all those things don't match, even in a very close relationship. So how can you know what a stranger can think about you? And let me give you a couple of examples. So obviously I'm not a native English speaker, and that was a big obstacle for me. Well, it wasn't really, I kind of realized, I knew very early that there are certain things I need to do, so I'm gonna do them regardless. But obviously, being a non-native English speaker added to the stuff that I needed to work on in terms of, overcoming them. But I did it anyway, you know. So obviously doing a Facebook Live or any video was a big thing for me, and I was so critical of myself. And I was recording, if it's a recorded video, I recorded. I remember my first recorded video that I needed for my ad, for my sales funnel. I recorded, and it was like 3 minutes only. And I don't know, I probably did 50 attempts because I never liked what I was hearing and what I was seeing. And it's a different story with live videos, because when you do it, it's done, there's no way you can fix it, and so on. But the thing is that after a while I started hearing people, you know, seeing people joining my videos and telling me how they liked my accent. And I had no clue. Obviously I knew and I know that I have an accent. Obviously I can't judge it, you know, from the outsider kind of position, but people started telling me they liked my accent, you know. And the fact that I did have an accent, or maybe I wasn't very fluent sometimes, and still I get stuck, still, you know, wasn't an issue at all. And then the other thing is that I notice even native English speakers make mistakes when they speak English. When they are on videos, they get stuck. You know, there are all sorts of reasons to get stuck, you know. So obviously that fear of you know, having an accent, not being very fluent wasn't really, there was no real basis for that fear. The other example is that I remember I did a video in my Facebook group, and I didn't think anything special about that video. It was just one of the videos I was doing. And obviously, you know, when we put ourselves out there and, you know, create content and do videos, we want to provide good content, you know, we want to be helpful and so on. But that specific video, I didn't feel that it was anything special. And then a couple of hours later, I started getting these comments from people who watched my video that they were getting results. They did exactly what I was talking about in the video, and they were getting results. And I was like, wow, okay, seriously? What did I say? I had to actually go back and watch that video to see what it is I said that people were actually taking action on and doing what I was saying and getting results. One lady, I remember, she told me that following that video, she talked to whatever number of people, I can't remember, and she had 3 new customers that day, you know. And then she told me she'd invite all her team members to the group because the stuff that I was saying works. And obviously, you know, the best way to show people that you can help them is by showing them that you can help them, demonstrating that. So I had to watch that video because I didn't realize it was that good. I didn't realize that it was gonna give massive results like that, and more people were reporting, you know, results after that video, and that video attracted, because of those comments, attracted more people even, and people saw, you know, were getting results. And it was so, and I never thought that it would that video would make such an impact, you know. So, you know, so obviously 100% we don't know what others might think. So you don't need to be a slave of your own thinking, of your own idea of what others might think, because the fact is you don't know what they will think. It's very, very simple. Forget about it. Don't even think about what others will think, because there's no way you can know unless you ask them, but you can only ask them after the fact. But if you are coming from the place of genuinely helping people, genuinely providing people, genuinely making an impact and contributing to your community, to the world, to your marketplace, there is absolutely no danger. It's all in your head only. There is no such thing as what others will think. It's your own idea of what others might think. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to prospect, without having to feel awkward, without having all sorts of crazy fears that don't really exist. And you can find it at viesnow.com/3 steps. Thanks very much for watching. Happy Monday, happy new week, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.